So if you're not in the zone of one, it means that you're not doing it right. And that's where you also need to ignite your creativity and unlock your creativity so that you can figure out how you can stand out in that bubble called saturated market. What do you have to say about the concept of being an entrepreneur? The very definition of entrepreneurship is an adventure, right? An entrepreneur is someone that ventures into the journey of the unknown. And we live in the world where people really want to have a clear idea of where they're going before they even take a step. So how can we, survive as entrepreneurs in a world where we want to know, we want a clear roadmap before we even take the first step?
Yeah. So I'd say a couple things, and there's a couple answers to that question. The first is, at a practical level, focus on the stuff that's in front of you first, right? So I think that a lot of people, entrepreneurship is like climbing Mount Everest, right? Like when you're first getting started with it, you're standing at the bottom, you can't even see the top. And you're like, oh my gosh, if you've ever hiked any change in elevation, you're like, I'm going to be really tired by the time I get to the top of this mountain, and I don't know if I can do it, right? And that is the reason why a lot of people stay stuck, right? They can't, they're looking at the end destination that they want to get to, and it seems so far away, and there's identity shifts that are going to take place. There's personality changes that are going to take place. Like there's priorities, there's all these things, and they're not ready for it, right? Whereas instead, if you were to say, hey, all I need to do this day is form an LLC, and I need to figure out how to form an LLC. And then I need to figure out what an LLC means, right? Or a sole proprietorship, or like, all I'm going to do is this. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a website or a name for my business. And then after I have a name, I'm going to set up my email, right? And this might take place over several weeks, depending on, how quickly you want to go at it and how much energy you have for it. But what you'll be doing is you'll be solving problems as you go through, and you'll be learning, right? And that is a very, very like micro example, but on a macro level, that is literally all that entrepreneurship is every single day of your life as an entrepreneur. It's just figuring out what the next day's challenges are, what comes at you, and then perpetually just problem solving. And there's never going to be, I've been at this for, a decade at this point. I can say that there are some days that like nothing happens, right? But more often than not, when you come into work for the day as an entrepreneur, there's going to be something unexpected. There's going to be things that you didn't anticipate. There's going to be wins.